Hi there, this is Robert Stehlik with the Blue Planet Surf weekly Wednesdays coaching and time trial course, and I'm doing a little video showing some video from today's coaching class just because I think it's really helpful to see yourself paddling. And I shoot this on my iPhone with the app called Coach My Video, which is a free download. Recommend that for anyone to try it out. So let's pause this here, and what I look for is a nice catch at a forward angle, and the catch basically is where the whole blade is in the water, so like right here. And this is Tim. He has like a slight forward angle, but it's almost straight up and down the paddle. So I'd like to see a little bit more forward angle where the paddle is fully planted. And okay, let's keep going here. Leans into it well, brings it forward again. Let's look where he plants it, right here. And let's keep going. Looking pretty good though. I'm really proud of my class here. Everyone's got real nice technique. Here's Brett, and once again you can kind of see how looks like he pulled on it a little bit before the blade was fully planted, and you can see how the water's he's kind of sucking down some air, splashing in the water a little bit right there. And then standing up nice and straight. That's what I like to see, that the back straightens out during the recovery. You don't want to stay hunched over the whole time. And then can lean into that stroke. That's fine. Okay, let's see what else. Here's Jeff. Let's pause him. See where he's planting his blade. Yeah, you can see his blade is fully in the water, and you can see he's got a nice forward angle where the paddle catches. And then he leans into it, straightens up. So when he's during his recovery, his back is straight. He's not leaning over the whole time. And he brings the paddle straight forward in a straight line. Nice technique. Okay, let's see who's next. I'm just kind of shooting into the light. Next time I'll have to go on the other side. This is Joey Inoka. And let's look at Joey's stroke. Yeah, stops power, nice feather, standing up straight, nice forward angle. This is where the paddle is planted. Looks like he's got a pretty good slight forward angle on the catch, could be a little bit more. And then good release, clean recovery. And wait, can I zoom out here a little bit? There we go. Okay, so next one. Looks good. Mainly, I think it's really helpful to see yourself paddling, especially in the slow motion. Here's Sean. Let's see how he does. Looks like he's got a nice little bit of a forward angle on the catch. And then probably looks like he pulls it a little bit further back than he should. Like his angle, paddle angle is pretty far back on the release. See how it comes out way back here. So maybe try to release that paddle a little bit earlier and come back forward again. See how his next stroke looks. Good reach. Let's see where the catch is. Right here. So pretty good forward angle. And let's keep going. Yeah, maybe a little bit shorten that stroke a little bit. Get a few more strokes in more quickly is probably the better way to do it. Okay, let's see who's next here. Jeff. take a look at Sean. Pulling the paddle pretty far back. Look how far, Sean, look how far back your paddle comes when you're coming out with it. A little bit too far. Recovery. Nice reach, but what matters is where the paddle is fully planted in the water, which is right around here. Still got a nice forward angle. Then probably just shortening that stroke a little bit would help. Standing up straight though, that's good. Straight back. And into the next stroke. Looking good. Okay, who's next? Comes Joey again. Here's Jimmy. Let's take a closer look at Jimmy. He's also come pretty far back. Straighten out the back. Here, look at this nice shoulders and arms almost in a straight line. Nice twist. Good forward reach. Let's see where this is where the blade is fully planted in the water right here. And he's got a nice forward angle on the blade. Very good. Alright, Jimmy. Looking good. Here's Ryan. Okay, here the paddle's not fully in the water yet, so let's look where it catches fully. Here we go. See how the paddle's bending? He's putting a lot of power onto that paddle. This is a straight line. You can see how it's bending a little bit. And he's got the paddle fully planted, leaning into it, arms straight, good posture. Could maybe have a little bit more twist in there. And let's look at the stroke. Powers to the feet and then comes out maybe a little bit further back. Could maybe come out a little bit earlier. Good reach forward. Hold on here. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay. Next stroke. And again, the catch could be a little bit more further forward. And the release too, a little bit further forward. So really keep that stroke as far forward as you can. That's always better. The switch could be a little bit smoother, more efficient too, switching sides. Here's Carrie. She's been doing really well. Let's see, standing up straight, that's good. Nice reach, but let's see where the catch is, right here. So yeah, nice forward angle on the catch, leaning into it. Pushing down on that paddle, nice. And recovery looks pretty efficient. Can maybe come out a little bit earlier. The next catch. Zoom in on that. And paddle, got a nice forward angle right here. Could be maybe a little bit more forward would be good. And leaning into it nicely though, powerful. Looking good. Yeah, sorry about the video quality here. I'm just doing, I don't have a good way to transfer it onto my video or onto my computer, so I have to film it with my camera on my iPhone. Okay, here we go. Here's Tim again. Catch. Oh, that's not a very good angle right here. The lighting wasn't that great either. Okay, let's see. Let me zoom out a little bit again. Okay, so this is Brett. Let's see where the catch is. Yeah, Brett, you're starting to pull a little bit here. You can see you're pulling before you got the paddle fully planted. Let's look at this in slow motion here. Blade goes in, you're starting to pull on it, splashing, pulling down air bubbles, and that's the paddle makes the paddle slip a little bit. You're not getting really good catch right there. So you want the paddle fully planted before you pull on it too much. Let's see the next stroke. Got good reach, but here this is better. Not splashing as much, but still kind of splashing more than I like to see on the entry. So try to get like a real smooth entry where you plant the paddle well before you start pulling on it too much. And turn it around, coming back. Let's see who's next here. Sean. Okay, zoom this again. There we go. Okay, let's look at Sean's stroke. Nice catch. Leaning into it, pushing down on the paddle, coming pretty far back again. But then standing up and nice recovery, good reach forward. Maybe try to stab that paddle down a little bit into the catch so you get a good catch with the forward angle. Right now it's like almost vertical at the time you're really getting the catch there. And then you're pulling it pretty far back. And once again, there's no right or wrong way to do it really. Whatever works for you is what's best. I'm just trying to give you some pointers here. So nobody's perfect. Anyway, here's Joey again on the new Bullet version 2. That's an awesome board. You're loving that one, I think. So let's see. Nice switch. Let's see, catch. It's not quite all the way in yet, the blade, but a little bit of a forward angle. Leaning into it. And then early release. Nice. That looks good. Kind of a quick stroke rate. That's what I'm always preaching, so I'm glad you're following that advice here. Here's Jeff again. Jeff, the veteran paddler. Let's see how he does. Standing up real straight. Nice inhale, good twist here. Look at that. The arms and shoulders almost in a straight line, pulling back his back shoulder back so that the arm and the shoulders are almost lined up. And then catch. Nice forward angle on the catch, looking good. Leaning into it, powering to the feet. Coming pretty far back there. And kind of skimming the paddle on the recovery, which that's really helpful when you're doing a downwinder. Skimming that paddle helps you keep your balance. Let's look at that again. As he's coming out of the water, he's feathering the blade so it skims the surface of the paddle. See that? I call that the skimming stroke, and that's one of the drills we do. You skim the paddle over the surface of the water as you're recovering. If you're in the open ocean, that really gives you a lot of extra balance. Jeff does that really well. See how straight he is? Body's fully straightened out, relaxed. The recovery should be the time when you can relax your body. And then leaning into it, pushing the paddle down. Powerful stroke. Very nice. Let's see who's next. Oh, that was it. So thanks for watching. That's it. Aloha.